Hello there and welcome to a look at Eridani Survivors, which comes out today, the 12th of August. I mean, it's midnight for me, but, you know, it's today. This game comes out today because it is the 12th. I did receive a free copy of the game. Let's play as Eridani Survivors, because she's got laser cannon as her main attack, so I'm gonna select her. Survive for 15 minutes. We'll select the first level and kind of just go from there. I do like survival games like this. Survivors likes games similar in nature to Vampire Survivors, games that are essentially mobile tower defense simulators where you are the tower. This laser attack is not all that great. I'm surprised at the limited amount of level up stuff that's dropping. I don't know, they're what, stones, I guess? What I was trying to say before I interrupted myself is that I did receive a free copy of the game to play and create coverage, and that came with a little bit of early access so I could make content and whatnot. So thanks to the developer for that. Yeah, and then we'll just kind of see how it goes for the experience. It's definitely off to like a little bit of a slower start than I would have expected. These games, they typically will have a faster beginning in an effort to kind of, I think, really grab your attention early on, and which I think is kind of necessary typically. The sooner you can start hitting that dopamine high or whatever, where you feel like you're doing some stuff that matters, the sooner you start to really get into it and kind of dig what you're doing. But now with this upgraded weaponry, we got a homing missile that doesn't react like a missile would whatsoever. It is shooting through things, which is nice, but it's not what I would expect it to do. I would expect it to explode, and then I died. Alright. Can I upgrade anything? I can't, because I didn't get anything out of it. No gold whatsoever. Alright, well, let's try this, dude. We'll do the same level. It's 15 minutes is a bit better than 20 or 30. Now, if you have to succeed before you actually start earning the permanent upgrades, that's going to be a very disappointing aspect, and it'll be kind of like, in a way, a deal breaker for me. It just means that it's something that I would never really get into. Time is precious, and for me, when I play a game, I want to feel like it matters. I want to feel like the time is being spent, you know, kind of well. And the only way for that to really actually happen is if, you know, something happens in the gameplay to make it seem like it's worth it. And in a game like this, the best way to do it is make sure that the permanent upgrades come at a, you know, like you can make something out of every run. And it doesn't look like that's going to be the case here. Oh, we take a lot of damage, but I'm not getting like speed increases upgrades, at least not that I saw. Here's our gold upgrades. That's like for the permanent stuff, I think. Might make a little bit of a difference. I like the space background. It's very nebulous. The enemies just kind of like hoard on top of each other, which makes it a little bit easier. But let's see, upgrade, I got 7, so that's good news. Looking at what we need for the upgrades, though. Whew. It's a bit steep. Let's try ballistic cannon, and I'll try... Well, since it's obvious I'm not going to make it the 10-15 minutes or the 20 minutes, might as well see what happens with level 2. Seems like level 2 is going to up the difficulty by giving our enemies a little bit more health. Oh, and they're going to come at like a little bit faster pace, and then whatever, I'm already basically going to die. Alright, No, I don't want to be the laser cannon lady. I can't go backwards at this point, I'm stuck. She died like immediately. Try this a little bit differently. Ballistic cannon. I'm just gonna die again. We'll start over. Still gonna try her. I mean, I just... Yeah. I feel like, you know, there's a solid experience here. The problem that I'm seeing is just... It takes a little bit too long to really start making it feel like we're earning things. The leveling up doesn't take too long to actually begin. It's not overly satisfying. This character, I'm gonna have to just die. She's not hitting jack squat. Alright, machine gun person. One of these has to be a character that I feel confident with starting. Everything else feels kind of out of reach. Everything feels out of reach because it's such a slow process for permanent upgrades. I guess it does mean that the replay value is potentially high, but I find that's a little bit hard to really honestly say. And then the problem with a game like this is, you know, if I go to the store page on Steam and try to look for these Survivors likes, I've got hundreds of options. It's a lot. There's a lot of games that are very similar to this. Now, I don't think a lot of them are in space. So the setting is, you know, at least somewhat unique. And that certainly helps the appeal of the game. But without like anything else that actually... There's nothing else here that's really pulling me in. Like I'm gonna end up dying again. The ship bullets or the attacks that are happening, I have no issue with them happening automatically. It's the kind of game this is, and that aspect is fine. But the accuracy is pretty bad. Like I'm not really hitting things. We start off very slow, and I seem to start off so slow that I can't properly escape from enemies, especially as they get loaded in. So I just feel like I'm in this kind of losing situation from the get-go. And I think that's not something that is an ideal situation. You want in a game like this to make it feel like, you know, when you first start and everything, that you have this false sense that you might actually succeed, even though it's your very first run and you're at your weakest you'll ever be. But unfortunately, I mean, that's not what we're faced with. We're faced with this situation of loading into the game, feeling as though we're going to fail, more as a certainty as opposed to this idea that we might have some kind of chance. Basically, I don't feel like I have any chance of succeeding or actually getting enough of the gold to make any run actually feel too worth it. Which is really disappointing because... if the upgrading was faster, if the permanent upgrades were coming also at a faster pace, if the ship movement speed was a little bit faster, or there was an upgrade for it pretty quick, if, you know, then I think this would be far more enjoyable, but it just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like I'm walking into a room knowing full well that I'm going to fail rather miserably, and that feeling of rewarding gameplay is somewhat absent with what we are faced with. So, at 10 minutes in, this is like the point where you're, under normal circumstances or the ideal situation, you're probably just kind of, you know, glued into the screen, and you're just really wanting to play this for a longer period of time. It's like, well, I'm just going to keep on going and going and going, and it's just going to, I'm going to become so powerful in this 15 minutes. But unfortunately, that's not really the vibe that I get at all. It's more of a, well, is there a reason for me to keep going? Because even if I succeed at the 15 minutes here, which I don't think I will, it's hard to figure out if it's actually worth it to keep going. My ship is so slow that I can't even really make the determination on whether or not I should still keep trying to run away, or is it worth it to try to get all the extra experience rocks. Is it really worth the risk, or should I just focus on trying to kill as many things as possible and only go in towards the square things that bring everything to me all at once? Wouldn't be so bad if I had some kind of speed increase. I'm surprised hasn't been one. Or maybe I've missed it and I've been selecting the wrong things. I don't know, we'll see next level up. There may not be another level up. I might die here. Because my ship is so slow. Finally, some movement. So there are movement upgrades, but I don't know if the movement upgrade is something that I would recommend right away, or if I would really go towards combat-related upgrades. Probably the combat-related upgrades. I might make it to 15 minutes, and I'll be very glad if I do. I would then be able to tell kind of roughly whether or not I've earned enough of the gold to see if that would even be something that you would get an upgrade for. Because if you play for 15 minutes and you still can't make a single upgrade towards any of the permanent stats, yeah, you're just gaining at such a low rate that the game is going to be a giant slog, a grind, if you will. Probably need one more upgrade for speed. Which doesn't do me any good if I can't find one. The range gods have not been kind. It's weird that I'm playing this instead of sleeping, but I'm not playing this so I don't have to sleep. I can't sleep and I'm playing it, so I would prefer to be sleeping. I mean, it's 12:19 in the morning. I'm ready to be asleep, but I just can't sleep. Let's see, all attacks 10% faster. It would be nice if the laser would actually shoot towards enemies. It doesn't seem to matter like where the arrow is. Oh, never mind. I guess it does matter. Yeah, I mean, like, nearly 10 minutes in and I've only gained 14 gold, and that's not nearly enough for me to even accomplish anything whatsoever. I think I need like 40 at one of the earliest purchases, if I'm correct with the numbers. I could be wrong. I didn't really pay that much attention to it when I saw that I couldn't buy anything because I only had like 4. At the rate I'm going, I might get one more upgrade in before I die. If I'm lucky. Seems like there's a good possibility I'll die before then. Or not. Extra health is nice. More weapons, the more likelihood we'll damage things enough to survive. This is an incorrect choice in this matter, but it is a pretty chill experience, which I'm not sure I want to say is a good thing. It does seem pretty low stakes, but not really what I'm looking for in a game like this. I want that little bit of excitement to make it feel like, you know, oh man, I can't believe I survived that sort of kind of vibe. need more of those, like, square things to, just be able to, like, the magnet. Which I'm surprised it's not just a magnet. I would have just gone with a magnet instead of whatever the square thing is supposed to be. Like, I mean, I know it's a magnet, but why is it a magnet? Two more minutes. I don't know if we're gonna get a boss at the end, or if it's just gonna be congratulations are in order because I survived for the 15 minutes. The mines look like kind of tomato-ish. No. My grandmother, you know, rest in peace. She used to have this tomato cushion thing. It was where she put all her needles because she did sewing and crochet, and she did some stuff like that, which was pretty cool. Alright, so it looks like as we get closer to the 15 minutes, we get some enemies that I guess would be the equivalent of a boss fight, which is cool. It's good to see. And then I didn't even make it to 15 minutes. And I can do like maybe one upgrade? Critical chance. Not really a lot of options on what you can do. So, Eridani Survivors. I mean, if you like Survivors-like games, it's a Survivors-like. It's something that you could play and have a good time with. I think the problem with it is it's a lot of the same. It's a lot of the same kind of stuff that I've experienced hundreds of times already at this point. There's nothing about it that really stands out to make it feel distinct from, you know, any of the 100 or so titles that are basically the same kind of idea. Progression, I think, is too slow. So I think, you know, unless you have nothing else to play, it just doesn't have enough going on for it to kind of suck you in, I think. For me, it definitely just doesn't have enough to suck me in. I have too many other things that I want to play, that the odds of me getting into this for the hours and hours it would require for me to actually really hit like the fun level, I guess, it's just not there. It's just not going to happen. I do appreciate getting the free key and having the opportunity to play it and showcase it. So I always hate to walk away from something to say that, you know, it's not really my thing. Especially when it's in a genre that typically I quite enjoy. There's, you know, some things going for it. It's just too slow paced. You know, like, I mean, again, like, we look here. It's been a minute. Things have gone south. This run isn't going to work out for me. And I got nothing out of it. And I think that's something that definitely is missing. So, in any case, that's it. Eridani Survivors. Link is in the description. Again, it comes out today on the 12th of August. I don't know what the price is. I don't think it said in my email. Let me check. It does not say. So, the end, I guess.